My name is Chardenia Ross. I'm 25 years old, and in 2009, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. At the time of being diagnosed, it was very scary because my mind was just, as I say, it wasn't working. I couldn't think, I couldn't do my schoolwork, I couldn't concentrate, I was very hyper and active. And what led to them to send me to the hospital, I was actually arrested. A few people know this, but I was so out of my mind that I didn't even realize what was going on. I was arrested overnight, and they sent me to a mental hospital, where at first they diagnosed me with mental breakdown. It took about 2 months of going back and forth in and out of hospital for them to finally diagnose me with bipolar disorder. You want to say distraught? I was like, I'm crazy. Nobody want to be my friend. Nobody want to be around me. They're going to think, oh, she just crazy because she has bipolar disorder. And that's when I went about really doing research on what this disorder was. And learning that it's celebrities with this disorder. A lot of people function normally with having bipolar. But I wanted to make sure I wasn't labeled as being a crazy person, or if I'm mad one moment and sad and happy the next, oh, she crazy. I know she got bipolar because she crazy, and her mood go up and down. That's why I can call her crazy. Even that word crazy, I despise, even to this day, because I never wanted to be labeled as what my disorder is. And so, going about throughout the years, in 2009, I was diagnosed. That following fall, I enrolled myself into school. Probably wasn't the best thing to do, but I did it because I didn't want to be labeled. So I went throughout school. I struggled a lot in the very beginning because my mom was still getting used to the medication and just daily routine of being watched over by my parents and family members because they didn't know when I was going to go off. So I would say the first 2 years were a struggle for me. I isolated myself a lot because I didn't want to be around anybody who knew that I had this disorder. And so I had to really find out who Chardenia was, because I couldn't go around being scared about telling my story and also about being labeled and not knowing who I am, because then I'll be afraid of what people think of me. So fast forward and throughout the years, I was on 2 medications. I'm now only taking 1 medication. And I can truly say that with the support of my family and my friends, they're awesome. They joke a lot now. We can joke about it now. It's been 6 years. I haven't been back in the hospital since I was diagnosed in 2009. I've never had my doctor's even shocked, actually, because they say I was supposed to have a episode by now and dealing with it for 6 years, and I have never had an episode since. I had to learn my triggers, what stressed me out, what bothered me, and as I learned that, I can cope with it better and not get to the point where I need to go to the hospital. And so and with me staying in church and staying around positive people and positive things, I'm able to make it through. Like I said, I've never wanted to be labeled for what I had. So a lot of people won't even know talking to me that, oh, she may have bipolar, unless I tell them. And for someone who may have bipolar disorder or even other disorders, I want to encourage them that, you don't have to be what they label you as. I'm dealing with it for 6 years now, and I can say it actually made me a stronger person. It made me a better person, and just dealing with it and not using it as an excuse and using it as a strength to actually push myself to do certain things and achieve certain things. At this point in my life, I actually do work with people with disabilities, because I feel as though people with disabilities are very unique people, and their way of thinking, their way of doing things is so interesting to me, because I have a disorder, and to work with them with a disorder is almost mind-blowing to me. Is it challenging? Oh yeah, it's very challenging. And do I need my days? Do I need to take a break? and just not deal with the world or other people. Yeah. Do I worry about what people think of me? Sometimes I do. But knowing that I'm going to deal with this disorder for the rest of my life makes me not want to use it as an excuse. It makes me want to just push myself past this disorder, past what people may label me as, past what the world says I am. So thank you for hearing my story. Thank you for hearing my story. I hope that you're encouraged by my story. I hope that from what I've told you that you can see that you can get past what you're going through, and just surround yourself by positive people and just start doing positive things. You can make it. So once again, thank you for hearing my story. Be encouraged.